Hello, I'm Jane Uluwadari. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are talking about one thing. What is the one thing that saps your time but is not your core strength? So we talk a lot about the 20% of activities and things that you need to do that brings 80% of your results. But one thing that I see that is recurrent with a lot of business owners, leaders, team leads, and workers is that sometimes that 20% of activities is not in their core strength. It does not lie along the lines of things they are really interested in, but they are committed to doing it anyway because it brings 80% of the results. It leads to a lifestyle of drudgery. They start to dread their work. They start to treat it like have to rather than want to, and of course productivity drops. So what are the ways you can tackle this challenge if this is your situation? Number 1, delegate. Number 2, automate. Number 3, repurpose. And here's how it works. Number 1, delegating. Delegating is taking a look at the task in question and then saying, this isn't core for me. So you find somebody on your team, or maybe you outsource to somebody of whom that particular task is either a core interest, a major strength, or something that they are committed to as a devoted learning curve. In other words, it goes from being something that you dread, something that is drudgery for you, to something that somebody else is actually excited about and they can deliver within the time frame that you have set up. So you shift from I have to do this even though I want to, and the drudgery and the dread, to just supervising and making sure that the outcome tallies with the overall goal for the project. Delegating is like a game changer. The second thing you can do is to automate. So whereas delegating was about finding a human being to do the work that you are not able to commit to, automating is finding tech to do the work that you are not able to commit to. And before you retreat behind that wall, just look at it this way. Tech is not always expensive. A lot of times the tech that you need is free. Yes, I said it, free, like absolutely free. You can find free tools. Sometimes it's a freemium package, sometimes it's just absolutely free and you just need to do a little bit of Google search. Sometimes it's even already existing in Google Workspace, and the fact that you have a Gmail account gives you immediate access to it. So automate. Look at that task, look at the many steps that make it up, and see as much of it that you can automate and lessen the burden of executing the said task, and just boost your excitement about doing the work. The third thing you can do is to repurpose. So repurposing is looking at the task in question and say, how else can we do this work? So sometimes it's not about the work, it's about how you're doing it, and say if you can find a more fun way, or a way that is more aligned to your core of getting the same work done, you would have performed the magic switch. So here's what it looks like. You look at the task, you take a look at what your expected outcome is. What are the goals? Why are you doing this particular task? What are you trying to achieve? Then you look at you look at other ways you can approach the same task and get things done. So you repurpose the entire aspect of your work and turn it into something that brings you joy and delight and interests you, rather than the drudgery and the associated dread that makes you want to procrastinate it and push it aside and not be enthusiastic about work. So that's it. If you find the one thing that saps your time but is not your core strength, then my darling, delegate, automate, or repurpose. Thank you so much for watching this through. Don't forget to like, share, and of course subscribe to the channel, and I will see you some other time. Cheerio.